A new $12 billion federal aid package comes at a critical moment for Iowa farmers who are already making financial decisions for next year's crop.
KCCI Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker has been digging into the details for us. Amanda, a lot of farmers are wondering how much money they're actually going to get.
That's right, Ben, Stacey. There's still a lot of questions about this. The White House says these payments are meant to give farmers a financial bridge through a tough year, but they haven't released all the details yet. And the farmers I talked with say it's a welcome gesture, but they're still trying to understand what this means for their operations after several years of financial struggle.
Herds of farmers filled the hallways at the Iowa Farm Bureau's annual meeting. They're taking in the latest news from the White House. $12 billion in federal aid going to farmers who've been hit hard by trade tensions and high input costs.
Seed prices are up, fertilizer prices are pretty high, so it's going to be a tough go again next year.
Northeast Iowa farmer Carl Dodge says the help is needed, but he doesn't know how far the money will go.
Everybody's going to have to apply for what they can get, but we'll just see how it all pans out.
The White House says up to $11 billion will go towards one-time payments to row crop farmers, including corn and soybean growers. Payments will start going out in late February. But the White House hasn't said how much each farmer will get or how they'll make the decision.
Acreage is going to be a component.
Iowa Farm Bureau economist Christopher Pudens says the White House will release more details at the end of the month. Until then, it's not clear how much the aid package will help Iowa farmers make up for several years of losses.
A lot of questions and not a lot of answers yet, but folks certainly do seem to be eager to learn the details because there are a lot of decisions that they have to make going into 2026. They have to decide what crops to plant, what inputs to use.
And the outcome will impact our state's economy as a whole. Roughly 20% of Iowa jobs are tied to agriculture. Pudens says the recent downturn has bled over into other industries.
When farmers' income is tight, they spend less money on machinery, right? And so then the machinery manufacturers in the state, they pull back on production and perhaps have to furlough folks. So there are these ripple effects that start at the farm gate.
He's optimistic that the payments will provide some certainty to help turn things around. Still, farmers like Carl Dodge say significant change will take consistent, dependable trade policy.
Ultimately, the long-term solution is less about a stopgap payment to help out in a time of need and more about just ongoing trade, fixing the problems that have been happening all along and having a brighter future so we don't need per acre payments and stuff like that.
So what do farm families need to know? Well, to qualify for federal help, farmers have to submit accurate 2025 acreage reports by December 19th. Once the White House releases its payment formula, farmers can go online, enter their operation details, and that's how they can see an estimate of what they'll get. Payments are expected to start going out in late February. Ben?
All right, lots to go ahead and get kind of for the ducks in a row, but important stuff there, Amanda. A lot of people need this money. Thank you.